As we transition into the matters of the heart, I want to go ahead and lay out my ground rules for meditation. The first is the mind is a function of the activities that are in the brain. The brain is the most abused muscle in the body, and when you sit down to meditate, it is going to wander, and that's okay. You're teaching this muscle a new set of tricks. So be patient with yourself. Number 2, the idea of meditation is not trying to empty the mind and make it completely blank. No. The mind is an incessant factory of thoughts. Even the fact that you're saying that I don't want to think is also thinking. So stop doing that. Stop fighting it. What we're going to do here is select our thoughts and sequence them. Ground rule number 3, lead with your heart space, not your head space. I mean, let your feelings be your guide, not your thinking. If you feel like this meditation, even though it may be completely foreign to you, is working, go with it. Ground rule number 4, don't judge your meditation as good or bad. Whatever arises, let it come. No 2 days are going to be the same. But whatever comes up, let's accept it, not resist. And as you're sitting here alert and awake, I want you to feel your hands, whether they're sitting on your lap or on the ground next to you. Take a moment to feel what the points of contact your hands are making, the texture, the temperature, and everything you can feel. And become aware of what supports you. Make sure your back is straight. Allow your thighs to grow heavy and your chin to be held parallel to the ground if you're sitting. And if you're laying down, you will be perpendicular. Remember, you are worthy. With your hands either in your lap or still on the ground, feel the earth rise up to meet your body and hold it. Become aware of the sturdiness of the earth beneath. Visualize the earth as it rises up and supports each aspect of you. And as you sit up a little straighter, imagine the earth's strength traveling along your sacrum, up the spine, steadying it, reinforcing it. Become aware that every day of your life, the earth has been here to catch you. Remind yourself that each day that is to come, the earth will be here to hold you. When we talk about groundedness, the ground is both a metaphor and a felt sense. As a metaphor, it means to be in touch with reality. As a felt sense, it refers to feeling a center of gravity low in the belly and experiencing a deep, beautiful silence. Feeling stable and connected with the whole of life. Now, feeling grounded does not require contact with the earth. It can happen anywhere and anytime. Even when you're flat on your back on a rowboat. The reality is inherently grounding. The more in touch with it you are, the more grounded you feel. This is as true of the fact of daily life as it is of our true nature. Life is multi-dimensional, ranging from the physical to the subtle to formless awareness. And when we are in touch with physical reality, we feel physically grounded. As subtle levels of feelings and energy unfold, we feel subtly grounded. When we know ourselves as open awareness, not separate from anything, we rest in and as our deepest ground. That is sometimes called our home ground or groundless ground. As attention deepens and opens our experience of an identification with the physical body, our felt sense of ground shifts accordingly. There is a continuum of groundedness that spans across 4 broad experiential stages. No ground, that is, I'm not in my body. Foreground, I am in my body. background, my body is in me as open awareness. And finally, home ground, where everything is my body as open awareness. As you attune with inner knowing, you will experience a deep relaxation in the core of your body and a growing sense of groundedness. This is very different from the state of a chronic inner tension where most of us are when we're running around, as we try to subtly control ourselves and their environment. Some of this tension is concerned with biological survival, while most of it is concerned with psychological survival, which is the preservation of your self-image. The psychological self, the little me, is always insecure and defends itself against potential annihilation. This manifests in the body as an attempt to hold ourselves up and in with an inner grip or core contraction. We can be forced to release this grip when we encounter a crisis that makes us let go of the illusion of control and brings the insight that it is futile and more painful to try to hang on. That chronic grip also softens as you begin to live more authentically, both in connection and as essence. Feeling held by something greater than our limited self also allows the letting go to happen more gracefully. Letting go requires trusting in life. Trusting no matter what. Reality is inherently grounding. The more we are in touch with it, the more grounded we feel. Now, reality can temporarily feel ungrounding when we've been living out of accord with it. With the stage of no ground, it feels like we are barely in our bodies. We feel ungrounded. And our attention is on the surface or at a short distance from the body in a dissociative state. If we normally dwell in this stage as an adult, It is almost always because of childhood abuse or neglect. When we were being abused, it felt too dangerous to be present in the body. With neglect, it felt as if we weren't worth being attended to. And reworking this conditioning takes some time. A safe, steady, and warmly attuned relationship allows attention to gradually re-enter the body. And I want you to repeat these statements to yourself. I am alive. I am present. I am safe. Now, if you only thought these or whispered them the first time, now try saying them out loud. I am alive. I am present. I am safe. Now one last time, louder this time and more assertive. Believe in what you're saying. I am alive. I am present. I am safe. The next stage, the foreground stage, unfolds as we get more in touch with our needs and feelings. The interior of the body opens as we learn to feel our feelings and sense our sensations. You will notice that attention drops from the head and into the trunk and the core of your body. We can feel more of what is happening in the heart area and the gut. This is a big discovery for people who have been trained to overly rely on their thinking, something our information-saturated society increasingly cultivates. Most psychotherapy and somatic approaches focus on this domain, helping people to be more in touch with themselves on a personal level and more open to relating with others. When we experience the foreground deeply, we feel very much in the body. And as your subtle dimensions are awakening, essential qualities such as love, wisdom, inner strength, and joy start to emerge. You may feel your body begin to feel less dense and more like energy, porous and light. There is a sense of calmness. When I say calmness, it's throughout my whole body. It's like being connected to the earth, almost as if there are roots. When I'm really grounded, it feels like it goes all the way to the center of the earth. It doesn't matter if you're sitting or walking right now, but that is a big part of the foundation of being grounded. You are safe and alive in this moment. Honor that. Acknowledge this feeling. Don't let it slip away. Taking long, deep breaths and stay in this feeling. You are home. You are safe. And travel up the body and bring your attention to your chest. And take in deep breaths and feel your lungs expand with each one until you can identify a feeling of fullness in your body. Noticing and acknowledging that sensation of fullness. Place it somewhere safe in your body so that you can carry it with you throughout your day. And return to that fullness whenever you feel you stepped outside, stepped away. Moving to the third stage, the background stage of awareness, gently remains unrecognized, quietly out of view. It's like a page upon which words are written, or the screen upon which a movie plays. It is the context within which the contents of awareness, that is your thoughts, feelings and sensations arise. It can be easily overlooked even though it is implicit in any experience. You cannot experience anything without awareness. Yet when you try to objectify awareness, you can't. Looking for and trying to define it is like the eye trying to turn upon itself. What is seeing cannot be seen. And as a result, the mind dismisses it. Attention is like a wave on the ocean of awareness. Sometimes it peaks, focusing upon a particular experience, and other times it subsides back into its source. And at some point, either because you have an intuition of the source or because you are seasick from the waves of suffering that come from attachments and identification, you become interested in following attention back towards its origin. This exploration is a heartfelt inquiry. Ask yourself, what is this that is aware? What is this that is aware? And who am I really? As attention comes to rest quietly in the heart, not knowing, the background eventually comes into conscious awareness. And at some point, you may recognize that this is who you really are: infinite, open, awake awareness. Infinite, open, awake awareness. And this recognition brings great freedom, as if you see that you are not bounded by space or time. No story or image can define or confine you. When you recognize your true nature as this unbounded awareness, you experience your body as being inside you, much like a cloud within the clear sky. With the stillness, your mind begins to soar. You soar. Bringing us to the final stage of discovery that awaits, the realization of our home ground. Even when we know ourselves as the background, a subtle duality continues between the background and the foreground, which is the knower and the known. The true nature of the body, and by extension the world, remains to be fully discovered. The felt sense of infinite awareness begins to saturate the body, often from the top down. And as it penetrates into the core, it transforms your emotions, an instinctual level of experience. And then as this happens, the body and the world feel increasingly transparent. You may realize that the world is your body. And the distinction between the background and the foreground, which is the knower and the known, dissolves. There is only knowing. Everything is seen and felt as an expression of awareness. There is a deep sense of being at home as nothing and everything. You may feel this as like a groundless ground, a ground that is nowhere and yet everywhere. Words cannot capture it fully. I want you to please bring your palms together in prayer position at your heart center. I want you to please rub your palms against each other, igniting the chi or the prana, the life force. Swiftly invigorating, activating this chi. And when you feel a nice warm ball of chi generated, I want you to go ahead and apply that, one palm on each eye, covering and blessing yourself. I am alive. I am present. And I am safe. Now, when you're ready, I want want you to take your palms and make them face outwards as if you're sending a blessing out to the world. And I want you to think of some person, people, or place that could use a blessing right now. And as if there's a beam of light that emerges from you, let your heart reach out with compassion and send them a blessing. May they feel alive. May they feel present. May they be safe. May their troubles be removed. May their suffering end. Bringing your palms back together in prayer position. Let's take a moment of gratitude just to notice how I feel, acknowledge my experience right now. And if I have to summarize what I'm feeling right now in one word, what would that be? And I want you to please go ahead and type that one word into the chat window so that we may all know what you're feeling right now.